Hey y'all, this is Amanda and welcome back to my Texas Zone 8A garden. And today we're going to be working right behind me and we're going to be transferring out these pink Supertunias to some fun petunias for the fall, some fun, beautiful colors. So make sure you guys stick around until the very end. I feel like we're fighting the sun. It's just starting to come over the house. So I'm going to try to get this project done before this whole area is in full sun. It is muggy and humid and hot today, which doesn't typically scream fall, right? But these temperatures are way cooler than what we were experiencing even a couple of weeks ago. So now is the time to start getting your fall planting out and ready to go. So I am starting to fill in with some fall annuals in different places in my yard, little bits at a time, and I'm really excited for where these are actually going to look in about 3 to 4 weeks. Now this area behind me is my COVID area. So this is the area that I created during the COVID pandemic when we were all stuck at home. So gardening really became a therapy for me and I really found a love of working hard in my garden. So behind me you can kind of see a feature area with the Ruby Falls or Redbud, which is absolutely beautiful. And then I typically do some annuals across the front, but let's go take a closer look. Okay, you can see the Supertunias going across the front here. These were planted in early spring and were absolutely beautiful for several months. And then we got the crazy 60 plus days without any rain and over 30 days of triple-digit temperatures all strung together, and it was rough, y'all. So while I did spend some time cutting some of these back, you can see that they still struggled. They're actually coming back to life right now after we finally had some good rainfall, which is great, and a break in the temperatures. However, unfortunately, I'm ready to move on from them. And this really pretty pink, this is bubblegum, Supertunia bubblegum pink, isn't gonna work. This is the jazzberry, which is really pretty as well. And I believe this one is paradise. I believe, yeah, I did 3 different colors. So you can kind of see, here's 1, here's 2, here's 3 different colors. And so while it is starting to come back, I am ready to move on at this point. So let me show you what my plan is. All right, we are going to be starting with these Supertunia Honey by Proven Winners, and these get about 6 to 12 inches tall, and I had to look it up online, but they do get about 24 inches wide, and a lot of people said that they go beyond 24 inches wide. So this is a beautiful honey color. It has a little bit of blush peachy tones on some of them, which I think is super pretty. And I'm going to be combining them with these dark purple petunias that I got from Covington's nursery located by me. These are not Proven Winner, but they look very similar to the Royal Velvet of Proven Winner, and this is a flat of 4 inches, whereas these are quartz. So the plan is to remove all these Supertunias, space out the honey Supertunias, and backfill with the purple petunias, which I know sounds like a crazy combination, but let's talk a little bit more about it. Okay, so I know what y'all are thinking. Combining the yellow and the purple, y'all are like, what? There is an element that is missing from this design. So the final element mixed in with these will be beautiful pumpkins. Not just orange pumpkins, whites, greens, beige, neutrals, all kinds of beautiful pumpkins stacked in this design. So we're gonna have a combination of the yellow honey color and this dark purple velvet, and then coming back in with pumpkins tucked into the design. So it is not just these 2 elements. In these elements, these are kind of hard. I mean, these are complementary colors. They go together, they're beautiful, they're opposite one another on the color wheel. However, they're very bold and striking. The other complementary colors are red and green, right? Very striking. Other complementary colors are blue and orange, very striking, right? So yes, this is a very striking combination, but I think in combination with the pumpkins, it's really going to work. So for today, I'm going to be working with my flower tone, which I'm really excited. I don't typically get to use flower tone because my areas don't sell it. I had to go to a special nursery for this. I'm also going to be utilizing my trusty auger. That's what I love about these little 4-inch plants. They're so easy to put in because I can use my auger. And then finally, I have my pop-up bag. This guy is from Aldi's. If you're a big Aldi's fan like me, this guy was from Aldi's. I absolutely love it. It is very sturdy and has definitely taken a beating this season. So I'm going to use this for pulling out all the Supertunias. So let's get those Supertunias out, and then let me show you the drip lines beneath them. Back here that unfortunately I had actually forgotten about. But they do need a little trim, so I'm going to trim off some of the dead areas. I doubt I get another bloom cycle from them this season, but still clean them up just a little bit. These are their first year here. Coneflower are a flower that I kind of recently became obsessed with, and I do plan on growing more in the future. And I'm trimming off these seed pods. I'm thinking to myself, I bet I can collect seeds from these. So I'm going to put these aside actually and see if I can't collect some seeds and maybe start some new coneflowers. But I'm just trimming to the first set of leaves on these. Simple. Just get them cleaned up a little bit. There we go. Okay, we've got the area all cleaned out. I do have a drip line running all the way across the front of here. I actually added this smaller 6-inch spaced drip line partway during the summer when the Supertunias really started dying. And so I'm glad I added that. I'll keep that back in here. It is not pinned down. I kind of like wiggle run it throughout the flowers. So I'll show you guys what I end up doing with that as well. I found tons of earthworms in here, which makes me so excited about this soil. Yeah, super excited about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and space out the yellow Supertunias first, get those planted, and then I'm gonna backfill with the purple Supertunias. looking good. I haven't watered them in yet because I wanted you guys to see them before the water kind of bogged them down a little bit. Really pretty. Already have a big punch of color and they haven't even grown in. So look at them underneath the Ruby Falls redbud. So beautiful. So imagine that maybe filled in another 2 to 3 weeks and then now tucking pumpkins among those, right? It's going to be so pretty. Oh, I'm so excited. I love petunias. I love them even for the fall. I mean, in my area, that's Texas Zone 8A, I still have all of September, all of October, and almost 2 weeks in November for growing season. So these petunias, they're gonna go until Thanksgiving. So they will fill in, all of this ground will be covered. They'll be absolutely beautiful. Okay, I do want to show you by having the drip line loose, it's not tacked down. I can kind of just weave it in and out depending on what plants I put here because I do change it up at least twice a year. So having it loose, I just basically wove it through the 2 rows of plants. And now we are all covered. Okay. It's so funny to be planning for fall and I am just dripping. The humidity is insane. My little boys are out selling Boy Scout popcorn today and my husband sent a picture and they are just dripping. So it is kind of funny to be going ahead and planting that. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's too hot to start planting for fall. Yes and no. If you're going to be planning for fall right now, like petunias and such, you need to keep an eye on them for water, right? You don't want them drying out, okay? So that is a big thing. So if you are planting now for fall, it's okay as long as you are keeping them watered. We are not expecting any more continuous days of 100+ degree weather, right? Some of the hottest weather we're going to be hitting is mid-90s, but one of the cool things is in the evenings, we are dropping down into the 70s, right? So the plants are getting a little bit of a reprieve. So yes, you can plant now as long as you're going to pay attention to the ones that you're putting into the ground, right? Now, if you were to wait another month or so and then go ahead and start planting, and I'm referring to my particular planting zone, which is Texas 8A, all right? Texas 8A. If you wanted to wait another month, you probably wouldn't have to worry about watering as much, right? But then your plants wouldn't have the opportunity to get as big. So it's kind of a trade-off, your decision. I'm going ahead and starting now because it's better for my budget to do it a little bit at a time. Also, I like starting with smaller plants like the 4-inch containers because they're easier to plant. So this gives an opportunity to really start growing in before I start adding all of my pumpkins and gourds and bales of hay for decor. Super excited about it. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, she's a mad gardener or decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.